ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us time and give us opportunity so we can talk more about the topic of the khutbah today. And as you know, we spoke, alhamdulillah, today about the three challenges that we are facing as Muslims, as believers. Yes, we have more. Yes, we have more than just three challenges, but we just spoke about the major ones. So the first one is related to the identity. The second one related to the salah itself. And what about the third one? Temptation. The temptations. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Candy. Yes, yes. I wish if I have candy, I could give you Allah. So the third one is temptations. So three challenges. And we said, what's the reason, or what is the salvation? If we wanted to solve, if we wanted to stick with, if we wanted to be able to face the challenges, we said we should hold very tight to the tree. You remember when we said, if you are in the midst of the flood, hold the tree. So what is the tree was? Quran. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. And the Quran is the tree that we need to stick with. That's why Allah said in Surah Al-Imran, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Stay firm and hold firmly to the robe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as I told you, I remember Dr. Rida Bidir, he was talking about the robe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day, I think with you, maybe before Ramadan or something. And we had Imam Ahmed Saleh, and we were all of us in the same lecture. So he was talking about the concept of the robe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you have robe between you and Allah. Allah has revealed the teachings. So the only connection, if you wanted to hold tight that robe, see, where is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Where is Allah's words? Allah's words in the Quran. Then you ask yourself, why Allah had revealed that Quran? Is just to recite it and get good deeds in your records whenever you recite? Absolutely not. So it's not only the book of the good deeds. Number two, Quran is not only the book you can get, it's not only the book of science, S-I-G-N-S. It's not the book of science for the previous nations, but also it is the book of guidance. And you memorize, alhamdulillah, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدَى. It has huda, it has guidance, لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, to those who have God consciousness. So it has guidance for all, or for those people who wanted to get the guidance. So the Quran is our resort because it is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you recite Quran, and when you think about all the challenges, someone in the midst of the temptations, and subhanallah, just go a little bit outside, you can find, all what you need, whatever you want. I don't want to talk in details because you know the reality even better than me, but all the temptations, lusters, whims, desires, and all of those are available. So if you wanted to get to get alcohol, who could prevent you? Nothing. Nothing. If you wanted for I'm sorry to say that, to get a connection with lady or a girl, who could prevent you? So if you wanted to get drugs, if you wanted to get so and so, it is, I'm talking about the issues that the haram became so easy, and the halal became difficult. To stay on the halal and to be, the easiest way is to follow where the wind goes. Where the wind right now goes, is to follow the temptations, to prove to some people that you are modern. But the modernity is not to neglect your religion and to lose your values. That's why I'm telling you the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah described our time, described our situation in the hadith mentioned in Jami' al-Tirmizi, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, يأتي على الناس زمان القابض فيه على دينه. In another narration, الصابر فيه على دينه كالقابض على الجمر. There will be a time will come to people, the one who stick with the religion, it seems like somebody is holding a burning ember, a burning piece of fire. Like you are holding a piece of fire in your hand. To stay firm on the way of Allah, that's not easy. Otherwise, Jannah, Jannah, could anyone get it? Or the highest levels of Jannah. But it needs you to work and to, even if you struggled, no problem. And you as a Muslim, you need to be ready for the sacrifice. What I'm going to sacrifice in my life. So the challenges right now are so different than old days. Like if you were to think like 100 years ago, it was easy for the believers to worship Allah than today. Just think about it. It became so difficult nowadays to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you did not stick with the tree, hold firmly to the tree, you will lose. You will lose your iman, you will lose your identity. That's why my advice is to get and to hold the tree and the robe of Allah so tight. And the more that you hold it, the more that you keep yourself on the track. Even if it happened sometimes that you lost the connection with the book of Allah, come back very quickly. It's the only resort to stay firm on the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. Yes, of course. The Quran had mentioned about the 7 layers of heavens and described when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created them and how long it took him to build or to create the 7 heavens. So when it is, the issue is, the more that you get to know the Quran, as I told you, after many years, not only me, I could tell you that, but all the scholars, they can tell you, those who spent like 60, 70 years, and they are studying the Quran, every time they read the Quran, they get more of the treasures of the Quran. It's the words of Allah. It's His message to the humanity. So the issue is that when we stay away from the Quran, we lose our focus. We lose our direction. The more that we get connected to the Quran, the more we keep ourselves firm on the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the message is even for the young generation. And sometimes you are worried about your children, how they are going to face what is, and everything was become available. I told you, we have 2 types of people. Those who decided to be isolated and put themselves in a bubble, okay? And they think that they will be safe. They will not. Because you have young generation, they will go to the schools, they will go to the marketplace, they will see by themselves the changes. They will see by themselves the morality shifting. But when it comes to the other type of people, those who said we wanted to be exposed for everything, without any restrictions. We said that we are not representing those and we are not representing those two. We are following the middle way. Yes, get communicated, get mixed with the communities, know other cultures, but you have to be armed. Could you imagine yourself, you went to the battlefield without being armed? Any shot can hit you. Anyone can hit you easily. So you wanted to protect yourself. You wanted to put on the armor, then you can go. Then you can move on. And that's the reality. Put the armor and be protected. Recite Quran. Get the guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah will help you to face all the challenges. And you remember, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدْ, not only نَعْبُدْ, وَإِيَّاكَ. So means what? Oh Allah, only you we worship. Oh Allah, only you we seek refuge with. So that's the case. You cannot worship Allah without the help and support of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. That's why it's a combination. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدْ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Jazakumullahu khairan. I don't want to spend too much time today because we have one of the brothers. I'm not having the authority to mention his name, but you know, he brought the dinner. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. May Allah accept. Huh? You too, okay, to say his name? No, alhamdulillah. I keep my words. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us. Allahumma ameen. We just wanted to spend time and just wanted to tell everyone today is the last lecture. So inshallah, I will prepare myself. I will take these 2 days for, you know, preparing, packing and all this stuff, inshallah. But I just wanted to give the message to all the brothers and sisters who joined us every day on Zoom and those who joined us in the masjid. I'm going to miss you all. It's not easy, you know, for when you get connected to certain people and to the community. Allah knows that I love you all for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, it's not long time. Inshallah, we'll be back soon, inshallah. But you know, when the hearts get connected to each other's, you know, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that one of the categories that they will be taken under the shade of the throne of Allah on the day of judgment. رجلان تحابا في الله اجتمعا عليه وتفرقا عليه. Two persons, they came together for the sake of Allah. They loved each other for the sake of Allah. And then when they left also for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the relationship between us. It is fillah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah knows when you get connected to the community and when you practice, imagine my routine to prepare the lecture, to study. So you send the invitation and you have the Zoom open, charge your laptop, and then publish on Facebook, download from Facebook, upload to YouTube, then send it back to people. And you keep bother everyone. Imam Ahmed on WhatsApp, that's something I know. You got all these messages from me. But when you do that as a habit, as a routine, you didn't see the life of an imam because you don't have too much imams in your area. But the thing that you check on his life, and that is my wish, my hope. That is what I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for in my prayers, that I ask Allah to die while I'm conveying his message. Allahumma la tahrimna min sharaf ad-da'wati ilayk. Always I ask Allah to let me die while I'm conveying his message. That's an honor. That's my honor, my dignity. is to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to pause a little bit, like 1 month or something, that is for me is so difficult. It's so difficult. You may find it easy, but to miss the brothers and to miss, you don't know. It's ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He chooses you to convey His message. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep this ni'mah for us. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the sincerity and the acceptance. Allahumma ameen, ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. I'm conveying the message for everyone listening to me right now. I have a lot of brothers, I have a lot of sisters. They sent me messages. They are supporting, they are making du'as to my mother and to the family back home. I'm thanking all the brothers who were asking me about, Imam, do you have food? You are living alone and all this stuff. And they brought food to me. They took care of me. Really, really, Allah knows. Allah knows. You might sit alone without your family, without your parents, without your brothers and sisters and all the family, but you realize that now you have a family, you are going to miss them. So you are now two halves. What do you need to do? If you left Florida, you are going to miss your community. If you left Egypt, you are going to miss your family. You don't know what to do. So bring them together. Yes. So I can take you all with me, or to bring them all here. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everyone. Allahumma ameen. Thank you for all your du'as and all your wishes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Allahumma ameen. Inshallah, see you very soon. And inshallah, I'm going to send you a message from there to tell you about my mom. Inshallah, ask Allah to grant her shifa. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Allahumma ameen. Please, wanted to make dua as Dr. Yusuf give me the advice today. He said, Imam, you're making dua for everyone. Why don't make dua for your mom? So, Jazakumullah khairan. Let's make dua for her and for all the Muslims that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them shifa. Let's make dua also for all the brothers and sisters who passed away, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them His mercy. Allahumma ameen. Let's make dua for every person is suffering from the COVID-19, or every person is suffering from any disease, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them cure and heal and speed recovery. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله وإليك يرجع الأمر كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم يا ربنا نسألك في هذه الساعة أن تشفي مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين. اللهم عاف كل مبتلى. اللهم عاف كل مبتلى. اللهم عاف كل مبتلى. اللهم ارفع عنا البلاء والوباء. اللهم يا ربنا نسألك في هذه الساعة أن ترحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. اللهم أنزل عليهم رحماتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم يا ربنا نسألك في هذه الساعة المباركة أن تغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا، وألا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا مريضا إلا شفيته، ولا ميتا إلا رحمته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا دينا إلا قضيته، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا وقضيتها ويسرتها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم. The sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam before you leave your people is to give them advice. So my advice is one word: have taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أوصيكم بتقوى الله. Have the God consciousness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your deeds. Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are going to miss all the brothers and sisters who joined us on Zoom every day. Barakallahu feekum. Inshallah. See you very soon. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.